For tens of thousands of Palestinians, the return to northern Gaza has been a march of victory. They have been singing to celebrate their homecoming despite knowing they are going back to ruins.
We came back to see nothing but mountains of debris and piles of waste. My home, like the rest, was leveled to the ground. We are living on the ruins. At night we all huddle to warm each other. After months of killing and destruction, now we are devoured by cold, thirst and hunger.
The Palestinian authorities say some 300,000 people made the journey back in the first 72 hours after Israeli forces opened the Netzarim corridor that separates northern Gaza from the south. But despite the joy of returning to the area where they lived until a year ago, there is despair at the level of destruction. The UN says a majority of buildings and houses across the Strip have been destroyed. Northern Gaza was the most heavily targeted area in Israeli bombings and airstrikes since the start of the war in October 2023. It is forcing displaced families to once again take shelter in burned-down UN buildings with little access to food or water.
I used to attend the school which later turned into our shelter. We endured months of bombardment and killing, and our sufferings have not come to stop. We are living in the open without food or water. I walk miles to get some clean water.
At the start of the war in 2023, the Israeli military forcibly ordered Palestinians in the northern Gaza to move south under the threat of attacks. But once they left, Palestinians were not allowed to return. While a majority of Gaza's 2.3 million people have been displaced, families in the north have been homeless for the longest. As they return, Palestinians have strongly rejected US President Donald Trump's comments about possibly deporting them to Egypt or Jordan.
We are living in misery, but despite all our pain and suffering, I will hold my ground. I swear to God, if I am offered a palace in Egypt or Jordan, I will never abandon my homeland. I'd rather live on the ruins of my own home.
There is a joy and despair as Palestinians return to the northern Gaza. They are happy that they are back to their homes after more than 1 year of exile and displacement. But the place they called home is now an apocalyptic territory of death and destruction. Muad al-Kahlout, Al Jazeera, Gaza City, Palestine.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.